and I promise to get going on the next one real quick.
Ay, cachorrito lindo, ¿cómo estás de lindo? Sí, lindo eres. Qué lindo eres. Venga pues. Venga pues.
And we're back at the studio, and it's only been about 3 months and a half since my last video. When compared to the amount of time elapsed between my last video and the previous one, which was an entire year, is not so bad, eh? I am surely getting better. Anyhow, as it turns out, transmuting ideas from the mind into reality is much tougher than I expected, like my show Zero to Hero Path of the Fool. Thankfully, us humans happen to possess a quality that no other creature in the known universe has ever demonstrated before, at least to our knowledge, which is the ability to make sacrifices to and bargain with reality in hopes of increasing the odds of a future we desire materializing before us. Which is essentially just a romantic way of saying being aware of time and making plans in the present in order to increase the chance of something that we want happening in the future. But since Zero to Hero Path of the Fool is a full-blown fantasy RPG vlog, we're going all the way with the mythical romance, and in this episode, we will be using a prayer that a personal hero of mine taught me in order to access the Dungeon of the Mind and strike a deal with the deity of reality herself. Ready? Let's go! Oh, and this is where the quest board is now that there are acoustic panels up there. Anyway, this type of prayer or really meditation exercise I learned from Jordan Peterson. But I like to call it a prayer because it kind of works like one. You ask a question and then an answer comes from God knows where and pops into your mind almost instantly. You ask yourself, what are some things that I'm doing that I know are stupid, that I could stop doing, that I would stop doing, that I know would make my life better if I stopped doing them. Now accompany me as I perform the prayer and enter the Dungeon of the Mind.
Welcome. As per my contract with humanity, I have granted you an audience. The dragon by my side guards the treasure, the future you desire. The lamb opposite to the dragon will guard your sacrifice. State your desired future, the term of the contract, and your sacrifice. Let us form a covenant.
Alright! I'm looking to make a 5-month contract today. I, David Rico, desire to be able to call myself a YouTuber. And by that, I mean I want to be able to post videos every single week and have at least 500 subscribers. In exchange, I will sacrifice every stupid thing I do that holds me back and use all of my discipline towards the attainment of this goal. So let's see, what are all of the stupid things I do? Well, there's plenty. I multitask and get nothing done. I don't make videos because I am terrified of being cringe or boring and being judged. I buy a lot of unnecessary things on impulse, trapping myself in an unnecessary full-time job that sucks the soul out of me. I go to bed and wake up late. I eat foods with empty calories, bad oils and sugar. I rot my brain with porn and online sexting. I start lots of projects and finish nothing. I waste countless hours on my phone, and ultimately, I waste my days and precious youth in a continuous state of paralysis out of cowardice and fear of change and judgment and failure and insufficiency, and I continue doing so while being aware of it. Reality! I offer you complete abstinence from these bad habits and fervorous religious dedication towards the accomplishment of my goal over the span of the next 5 months. Will this sacrifice do?
Very well. Your sacrifice grants you a 3% chance of actualizing your desired future. Do you agree to this contract?
I do. I know there is but a 3% chance of getting exactly what I want, but I also know that there is a 100% chance that I will be better off if I stick to the contract than I will be otherwise.
Very well. Our contract is sealed.
It's done! 3%. How long was I? Okay. Enough roleplay. Let's get down to business, shall we? About 3 months have passed since the last shot, very evidently. Though this is only a month's growth, okay? Anyhow, 3 months have passed because excuses. I'm not about to let my bad habits keep kicking my ass like they have been lately. And the plan is to start making videos about daily, hopefully? And I've done a couple of things to facilitate that, a couple of sacrifices. First of all, I've gone ahead and quit my job, my full-time job, and gotten a part-time job. However, I am in debt still, which means I'm gonna have to make another sacrifice to pay that off. And that is exactly what we're talking about right now. I am going to sell my precious Nintendo Switch and my 3DS and all the video games I have, because that'll facilitate my ability to focus, and it'll pay for my debts. In fact, that's the whole point of this video. Sacrifices, as Jordan Peterson would put it, are the hallmark of being a grown-up, an adult. If you are not capable of making sacrifices in the present, or delay gratification in order to get a better future, then you're as mature as a 2-year-old. And that's exactly what I've been up until now, a 2-year-old. And that's exactly why I have not been making videos and not been making the progress I want in my life. On the last video, I made a whole bunch of very complicated video game rules that I do not, nobody's gonna remember that. 3 simple rules. The inventory system, the quest system, and the health system. So here are all the sacrifices that I made in the pact. So one of those is perfectionism, which means I'm gonna start making a lot of videos without the fancy animations, but I'll make them good and consistently. And where was I going? So I've simplified the rules of Zero to Hero to 3 simple rules. And from now on, we're gonna start daily vlogging. I'm gonna try and do at least 1 video every 2 days. And they're not gonna be super fancy and edited, because repetition is what gets you good at something, not making fancy, overly animated and just crazy videos in hopes of impressing the people that watch them so that they'll think you're cool. That's not the point of this channel. It's self-improvement and it's learning. So I've gone ahead and strayed from the path, and that's why I've only made about 4 videos in like the last 2 years. So I've had to sacrifice my perfectionism, my pride, my flipping video games, and all of these bad habits. And hopefully, I really truly believe that sacrificing all of those things will actually get me to be a YouTuber and upload consistently and get some subscribers and get good at not rambling, but you know, making entertaining videos. So thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you soon for sure.